What up, you guys? Welcome back to Pro Publications YouTube channel. It's always me, Rich. Daily uploads to open up my own shop. And I am back from my hiatus of just reading hella dollar bin comics. And I'm definitely glad I found some real gems that I want to kind of talk about today. And there's a lot of nice things in these comics. But one of the things that I liked was I found this Naz Rat run, which is a title that I never heard of. But the creator of this, Jerry Frazee, he has the whole run online on his blog. So if you are interested in checking out Naz Rat, do so. And the reason why I picked this up was Imperial Comics is a company that I've heard from time to time. I've heard a lot of people mention them. One of the titles that I heard most folks mention was the Ninja run. And so I've heard of Ninja. I've heard of the Blade of Shuriken, which I think I saw one of these in the wild, the Blade of Shuriken. But ultimately, I think that was what drew me to these comics in the dollar bin. Was the company Imperial Comics was part of the black and white explosion in the 80s. And so it was fun to peep that out and definitely see different black and white art styles and the way that this cartoonist created a lot of texture and depth. So definitely very intuitive for me to kind of watch, study, and kind of learn from. But definitely like the fact that he has them all online for you guys to peep that out. So check it out if you get the chance. And after that, I really enjoyed the Terrifics. I don't know when this run came out, but this was really good, and they did a lot of good stuff in this. To begin with, one of the arcs that I liked in this was the thing that I like about comic books or just storytelling is when you can use sci-fi or the absurd or whatever to talk about something that's more innately human and philosophical. And in this run, what you find is that there's a character, Mr. Terrific, and a female character, Mrs. Terrific, and in their alternate universes, basically he loses his wife, and that loss and the way he mourned propels him to become Mr. Terrific. In her universe, she loses her husband, and that loss and the way she mourns pushes her to become Mrs. Terrific. Ultimately, they somehow meet in the multiverse, and then the question becomes, after going through that loss and going through that mourning, are they still the same people? And could that relationship work? And not only that, but beyond that, he understands and she understands they are not their partners, right? They're a different version of them. They're ultimately the partner that can never exist together because they only are who they are because they went through that loss. And so that dilemma was super interesting to me. I definitely now want to run down and find the rest of them. Don't get me wrong that then, there's other bad guys and all this other nonsense that goes into the comic book world, right? As a way of just pushing the story forward. But ultimately, that was what I found very interesting in the run that I have here, was this idea of that situation. And it doesn't surprise me that then they tie that character to this concept of time, right? And just really good storytelling. I definitely dug it. And don't get me wrong, it's not a perfect comic book by any means, Naz Rat neither, but it was good reading. It was fun to read and just chew it over. Sometimes it's just good to just sit down and read comics, and that's what I've been doing. There's other titles that I read as well, but these were the only two that I really wanted to talk about. I read a Wildcat comic yesterday that I really enjoyed. I thought the way they did that was really good and concise, and the art in that was fire. And I never thought why didn't they team up Wildcat with Catwoman? It just makes sense. Wildcat, Catwoman, and then they team up. It was a good one-shot story for sure. And this is the pile that I still want to go through and read. So. And then that's not even my to-read pile. This is just extra shit that I've accumulated. But good times, man. I just want to talk about that because, daily uploads to open up my own shop. And so sometimes you're going to get random videos like this where I talk about comics because that's what I'm up to. Alright, guys. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. And guess what? I do this shit daily, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. Lates.